What's up, everybody? Welcome to the First Chains Numb Criminals Live. I have no idea what I'm doing, so please bear with me. First, I want to thank Ivan for the immediate super chat. Thanks, buddy. You're my boy. I'm going to try to keep up with the chat a little bit. I don't have my glasses, so it's liable to not work very well. Sorry about that. Kids gave me a little bit of cold. They're good for that. I am going to find this. I'm going to try to keep myself on screen most of the time. I probably will bounce back and forth between words. I'm not good at live. I do a lot of outtakes. Somebody caught one in my last video and pointed it out for me. So thanks a lot. I'm glad people are paying attention. Let's see. Just chilling here by special appearance. Awesome. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I'm not. Thanks, Mo. Appreciate it. Appreciate the encouragement. I have no idea how many people are on. I don't know how to flip back and forth to check that. There's probably a window I can open, but I've never done this. So anyway, got what I think is a good one. The film quality is not so good. The looks like the grandpa films it on a potato cam. And these people are, it's a whole family. They've bought completely 100% into the delusion. They do have a child that they are corrupting in this process and probably scaring the bejesus out of. So, if there's not anything else, then I guess we'll get to it. Let me see if I can swap this. All right, are we playing? If the audio doesn't mix well, somebody point that out to me and I'll try to adjust it.
Is my filing in here, Shannon?
I'm a bit of an imperfect perfectionist. I try to get everything looking and sounding perfect. I never pull it off, but I still try.
Yeah, this is an automobile. It's not a motor vehicle.
Oh, and by the way, this is a few years old. Some of you might have seen it. I don't think it's been covered to death. I'd say somebody out there has covered it before. I was going to just do my normal commentary and release it as a video, but it's long and there's not a whole lot to cut out. I mean, it's nonsense rambling straight to the end. So I figured it'd be a good one to do for a live so we could examine it together. So everybody grab your favorite beverage and throw on your headphones, run the kids out of the room, and we'll get going with it.
And it's private property and it's private trust. And I forced the state of Texas to dismiss their own case. That's the first one in 20 years. So I'll call your supervisor while you read that. It's not required.
I do have it, though. I do have it.
I do have it. Defend myself, sir. I'm not doing anything. Yeah, you are. I already told you I'm in fear for my life. Call your supervisor and I'll hold.
Okay. Do you have a driver's license?
I have the right to
plead the fifth on that.
Plead the fifth.
We have the right to not incriminate ourselves.
Yeah,
not incriminating to say whether or not you have a driver's license.
Or to generate revenue when we're just trying to get food.
Do you have insurance on the vehicle?
Yes, I do.
Let's read this right on your thing. In respect,
Oh, thank you, Sandra.
Thorpe, in essay and sui juris being rightfully sworn.
You know how to make an old man blush.
The de facto U.S. public
A little more volume, video or me? Probably the video.
Allows the constitutionally
right?
government of the United States to be replaced with a de facto emergency war powers military government.
Let's see if I can fix this.
To answer to a nom de guerre.
Right.
You know what that means?
Word
a name
trickery.
of war that's an occupied nation. I refuse to do anything that's going to incriminate myself unless you can prove that I have to.
Or that he committed a crime.
Can you prove that a crime has been committed?
Is that, did that change
You
it?
can't even have those emergency lights on unless somebody's life's in jeopardy and there's a crime.
And you're on private
Do you have
property.
insurance on the vehicle?
Yes, I do. I
I'm
do.
self-insured.
You're self-insured. Do you have anything that says that you're self-insured?
Yes, we do.
I just tried to give it.
Try a little more volume.
Take it.
Are you attempting to get someone to incriminate themselves by asking them questions? Because that's wrong, man. And you're violating the Fourth
What about
Amendment.
now? That should do it, right?
You have no driver's license.
I
No,
never said
we're
that.
not answering those
Words in my
questions,
mouth.
man.
I
Quit
have
trying
the
to
right to remain silent.
quit trying to get
That's
this
what
guy
I'm
to
gonna do.
incriminate himself.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, Ivan, you sweetheart,
I
you.
never said that.
We're not answering that question. You got to stop asking that same question because we're
What
not
is the
trying to
legal definition of
self-incriminate.
driving? How many hours
It's
a
not
week do you spend in the law
self-incriminating to
library?
give him your driver's
Because I spend
license.
how many do you spend? I know you
I mean, it
spend
is
about
because
60
I'm
hours a
sure
page.
your
Why don't you spend
license
60
is
hours
suspended
in
or
the law library?
revoked
You know
because
what
that's how you get
doing
into
is
this
driving is conducting
stupidity.
commerce. I'm not conducting commerce. I had a family emergency and needed food to come to fish. And you just stopped.
Yeah, you're not wearing a mask. You're not social distancing, man. You're trying to kill us. You're trying to kill us right now.
Obviously, this happened
You
during
want
the
us
Going on
pandemic.
YouTube too. Just
Yeah,
so
you're
you
live
know.
on YouTube right now.
You sure are live on YouTube right now.
Freedom from government. Look that up.
Freedom from government. Go get your supervisor.
He's got the
You
whole.
want this? This is your last chance.
He's got everybody on the way right now.
It's
Give
okay.
me
Yeah, I'm
a
going to
call
try to
letter.
stay on screen a
Never
little for
call
this.
the supervisor and the attorney general.
I have a horrible nicotine addiction, and when I hit my not a cigarette
It's sad that we
stick,
have to call them every
YouTube
time
frowns on
people
that, so I'll
rookies
pull myself
like
off
you
screen for
have
that.
nothing better to do than to
Shannon, be quiet.
pull us over.
I've done this 3 times. I've had to
Private
call the
plane.
attorney general and have them educate their public servants, which are you guys.
Yeah, won't you educate him,
Do
pal?
you want this land recorder file? Is the supervisor here yet? Okay, well then I'll wait. And you called the magistrate on call because there's one on call
Cool.
that can defuse this situation.
You
You're
people, huh?
trespassing against the Texas
Can I
state.
see your other phone to call Heather?
I'm streaming.
Do I have to be in Texas to be a statesman?
Get it from Decatur. Don't answer that
I'm
question.
not
never said
answering
that.
any of your questions. I have a right to remain silent. I tried to give you
I'm
all
gonna turn my volume up
paperwork
so I
to
can
prove
hear
who
it.
I am, and you refused it.
I've been
That's
better.
your fault.
Deal, like for real?
Yeah, the camera goes complete
Slow it down.
complete and total potato right here. I don't know what kind of flip phone he's got.
It's right here. Would you like to read the filing?
On the top?
Okay, I gotta let her know.
Yeah, if you're gonna argue with the police in West Virginia, you better check for a body cam first.
Well, he just incriminates himself, sir, Mr. Stone.
Can't read 2 for 1.
Sir, you educate yourself while he's educating himself. It doesn't matter. Senator.
There's something called the equal footing clause too.
A Supreme Court of Arizona doesn't.
I don't want all that paperwork. I want your daggone driver's license.
Supreme Court is all 50 states, sir. If they make a law, it applies in all 50 states.
So how many cops you think were required for this intimidation you're doing to us right now?
Well, you never
Yeah,
know because
you're trying to
sovcits tend to be
intimidate us with all these
crazy,
armed
and once in a
officers
while
around
they
us.
get violent.
Do I intimidate you?
Yes, you are very intimidating right now. You're trying to coerce us into incriminating ourselves.
I'm a Mennonite.
That old man, he's intimidated by a nice brisk
I don't
walk.
even have your birth certificate.
Excuse me?
And you're trying to tell me I gotta go get one because I gotta go get an ID, right? Which isn't even law.
None of you guys are wearing masks either, except for this guy.
Yeah, none of you
Good
guys
job.
are wearing masks, so now I'm really in fear for my life.
Yeah, we're really in fear for our lives because there's something called COVID.
No, this is
know?
in Carson
You ever
City,
heard of that?
Nevada. I'm pretty sure.
It's deadly.
I'm in West Virginia.
You gotta
I'll
be
answer your
quiet right
question.
now.
So you have no state issued ID.
Stop asking
We're not
that.
answering
Why are you
questions.
asking me questions? I'm asking you questions. Where's
Yeah,
the
that's not how it
magistrate on
works.
call?
You don't get to
The law
ask him
says if
questions.
You arrest me, you have to take me there within 24 hours.
I haven't arrested you.
I know you're trying to.
How much?
You're,
Why have you
you're
What's that,
trying
Michael
to
Ian?
intimidate us right now. Look at how many cops you got with guns.
NRS 1.030. Do you know what that is?
No, why don't you educate me?
Why don't you look it up? Because you're
It's
supposed to
common
know.
law.
You spend more time at the range so you can shoot people than you do at the law library.
You're trying to
That's your
traffic us
problem.
right now.
Why
Trafficker.
don't you look me up on the
Human
Pacer ID?
trafficker.
I gave you that paperwork.
You guys know your
My
whole
name's on
company
Pacer. I've
is
seen 5
defunct?
states.
How does he know that's you to look up on the Pacer ID because you haven't provided him identification?
Because I just had to get him to dismiss a ticket from the.
I could pull it up and say, "Hey, I'm Al
Because that was a
Capone. See
fraud.
where I got the Pacer
like
ID
this.
where
Just
you've
like this.
where I've had court before."
And I got a state trooper fight ticketing inside the chartered district of Lovelock.
So this is what
Because
you
it's
do.
contracted to the PD, so why is the state trooper ticketing?
You're
in
trying to
that
get us to
jurisdiction?
identify as your
So now
subject.
you understand that I know a lot more than the average citizen about jurisdiction and
I
charter.
know a lot of
So let me
words,
see
but I
your
don't know
chart.
what they mean.
You know about NRS 171-123?
I know about NRS.
We don't follow codes, man. Those are for employees of the state.
He's shouting out codes. Do you know this code? Yeah, do you know this one? I don't do codes.
I have not committed a crime. I have not harmed a man, woman, or a child. I have committed no felony. You have not witnessed me commit a crime.
And you still haven't got your supervisor here.
And you still have failed to get a supervisor.
Looks like
You don't
keep
need
your
a
hair, though.
supervisor.
How's a good
He can
one.
get you a supervisor,
I
but
bet
that
you have.
supervisor's probably going to chew his ass when he gets
So
back to
you're
the
not familiar
office
with
because
NRS
the supervisor didn't want to be
171,
bothered with
I'm
this
familiar
idiocy.
with OEF, OIF veteran.
It looks like you guys could be doing something a lot more heroic than
I'm
this.
familiar with. I fought for 2 wars, so you could sit here and have this rights incrimination belt around you and
Yeah, he brings up the veteran thing several times, but he says he's never been issued an ID. If you've been in the military, you've had an ID, and you've had to have Social Security cards and birth certificates and whatnot to just join the military. So he's either lying or he's mentally unstable. I'm pretty sure he's both.
conspire against people's rights every day.
So you're not familiar with NRS 171-123.
Are you?
I'm familiar with NRS 1.030,
Right.
and you haven't answered my question.
You haven't answered any.
I'm not required to answer your
I'm not
question.
required to answer your question.
Yeah, well, we're not required to be harassed either.
And we have a time limit to get food that we just drove 4
Yeah,
hours
we just
to
drove
get.
4 hours from Gabs to get here to get food, so now I'm going to be injured by.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed that or not. They all say they drove 4 hours in what appears to be one of those giant conversion vans that I love. They drove 4 hours to get food at a food bank. You think what you spend in gas, you might have been able to just swing by Walmart and pick up food? Broke ass.
Your actions by stopping me, and I'm going to have a suit against the county. So call the county commissioner because I'd like to talk to him.
And he didn't call your supervisor. You called a bunch of backup to harass us.
Right. We asked
And
for
intimidate
the
us.
supervisor. We
Where's
asked
the
for your
supervisor?
supervisor.
We need
I'm
a
the
supervisor
supervisor.
here.
Supervisor.
It's a delayed birth registration made 11 years after I was born. I was born in an Amish colony. I don't have a social. I don't have a birth certificate. Now you understand? I'm not.
My mama makes some good fried chicken, but it ain't worth driving 45 minutes to get.
Texas-born
Ain't nothing
state
worth driving 4
I don't
hours.
drive around and rob people. I don't have guns in my car.
No
I don't even
criminal
believe
history,
in
like-
weapons. I don't even own a gun.
I've
And
never
here you
been
are
arrested.
trying to conspire against my freedom.
Trying to
All
rob
I did
us.
is come to get food.
Are you saying we're not allowed?
Are you saying
we're
I'm not
breaking the
allowed
law?
to come here to get food?
I've-
'Cause
I'm
I have
saying
the
y'all
right
are allowed to
to
talk one at a
travel
time.
to
I'm just
church to
saying.
worship.
Why did you
I have
stop
the right
us?
to go
Right.
to feed my family.
Why did you stop us?
What was I stopped for? Was I speeding?
No.
Well, you didn't give him time to
Everything's
answer
on our
you.
dash cam. We have proof of everything that
Right.
we've been doing. So what did we do wrong?
I'm going to subpoena that dash cam, though.
I need
Since
a
you've got
supervisor
proof.
here, Mr.
Yeah,
Stone.
call your supervisor, not the bunch of backup you got here. Call the boss.
Otherwise, call 911 and I need to get a state.
Somebody call
I need a DOT
911
officer 'cause
and
he's
tell
not
them that
even
Carson
I do kinda like
City
that
is
guy's
trying
beard,
to
though.
extort us right
Mine
now.
gets all wavy and crooked when it gets
He's not
longer.
DOT qualified.
He's
Do it.
DOT qualified.
Tell him that.
Y'all may see that if you stick around for a while when I don't convince you to unsubscribe.
I need to get in here to get hold of her. Let me put the camera.
This isn't a vehicle. This is an automobile. It's private property.
What's up, Sherry?
This isn't a private estate. No, it's private property, sir.
Transport is commercial activity, buddy.
You are making me
Stop.
scared for my
You got my daughter back here crying, by the way.
Well, they're in commercial activity, driving your fat butt around. Surely to God he needs a CDL for that.
You're making the scene.
We've been private traveling for
You've
10
got your
years,
lights on. You got all your buddies
12
here.
years across the nation.
and you guys are
You're
like,
making the scene.
Look at that psycho Charlie Manson grin. He knows he's going to go to jail.
He
can't wait on it.
Unsafe for my life because you won't even let me close
What's up,
my
Keith?
door.
okay. So,
What's going on then, buddy? What are you doing?
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah, we are.
We're live.
The 130 people watching.
You're on YouTube.
130, I wish.
Say hi to YouTube.
Stop, Ariana.
This is my ID right here. God gave it to me.
I feel bad that they've indoctrinated that child to fire off her mouth and then they scold her every time she does. Maybe set an example for the
Because they
kid.
have abandoned God's law for man's law. I'll also abandon your children and your children's
Heck
children.
yeah, thanks, Vince.
So do you know about being damned to hell? I don't know if you've ever been affiliated with a church, but you're trying to damn me to hell. You're trying to get me to give up my master, which is God, and accept some foreign master.
Yeah, I didn't know that providing your
I
driver's
pray for
license
you
was
guys. I
blasphemy.
just called the attorney general the other day, telling him I pray
Absolute
for him,
heresy,
and
a
I'm
damnable
worried about
offense.
His law enforcement in this state. And now look,
There's no hope for me. I have a driver's license, and I show it on a traffic stop.
what say you? Nothing. You feel shame, don't you?
Stop. Just be. You don't have to be rude either. Like, can
I
we
pray
just,
for you
can we
guys,
just
man. I
peacefully
understand you guys
resolve
feel like
this
you
somehow?
sold your souls, and I feel like you guys are forced by the powers that be to conspire against your fellow brothers. This is a divide and conquer
there a way
tactic.
that
We're
we can
brothers. We're both
peacefully
Americans. I
resolve
fought for
this?
this country, man.
Is there a way that we
Is there a
can
way that I can go
resolve this?
home with my food and please go in there and get my food because I'm a disabled veteran and I'm allowed to do that.
And I'm not doing
Get
anything
my
wrong.
food. Can I
It's
please-
probably the attorney general from
Can I please
whatever
feed my family, master?
commune that he subscribes to.
You know,
And
Gator, you don't have to be like
his
my
attorney general is the
Nothing's
guru
working. He
that
won't
sold him all
answer
this idiocy.
I can't even get out of the car because I'm in fear for my life. I can't shut my door.
You can give him a driver's license. I mean, there is the easy way.
Any occupied structure in Nevada.
Did you ever live in Wisconsin?
I'm not answering any questions.
So you understand it's just going to make the whole process take longer than it has to.
what process?
What process are you wanting us to? You're messed
This
up.
is your process, not mine.
Yeah. We didn't ask you to process us. You're making this whole thing take longer than
I'm making this. No, you're making this take long.
You made.
Yeah,
guys
you're making this
started
take
it. We
longer.
did
You
not
should have
start
just
this.
walked away.
Nothing.
You came up, you said driver's license. I said no, so you should go home,
You
right?
can't even have those red and blue lights on unless there's an emergency and someone's life's in jeopardy and there's been a crime or a felony committed. None of which have happened today.
Well, he's gonna
Newsflash, genius, you're committing a crime.
I don't know, so you need to stop.
They want to kill us. Nobody wants to hurt you guys.
Disabled vegetable.
do.
That's a good one,
I know
Jay.
what-
Yeah, you're not social distancing. You're harassing us. This guy doesn't.
I
He's
can't
trying to
even
kill
shut
us.
my door. He's going to try to charge me with assault. And you're trying to tell me that you're not trying to trespass? Can you ask him to stand down so I can shut my door and feel
We're not.
safe?
You don't work for us, man. We don't work for you.
Yeah, I really need to
You're
wear
not
my
our-
glasses so I can
our
read these
servants.
chats.
You're
But
supposed to
they
be out there
glare
doing
so bad, it
something
just drives
heroic.
me crazy.
You know what I mean? This is not heroic.
It's not noble.
This
Right
is
now,
Integrity
somebody's
is
stealing
not-
something somewhere
in the
town, I
parking lot
guarantee it.
of a food pantry. You guys are going to do this. Like,
So
that's
why don't you
honorable,
identify
huh?
yourselves and take the
That's
ticket or
noble.
whatever? Go on about your business so they can go on about
Worshipful
theirs.
master of the lodge here, he's going to say the same thing. You
I don't
came
care what the
to
worshipful
get food,
master
and
of
they
the
trespassed
lodge or
against
whatever you
you?
just said. I don't know him. I don't care what he says.
Negative. I don't think it's necessary at this point.
All I wish is for safe passage to get my food back home. The only reason I ever travel is to go to church and to get food. I don't go driving around cruising strips. I don't go to Vegas
Don't
like
do drugs. Don't
They
do
want
do
us.
drugs.
They're trying to get
I
us
don't
to
go buy
retaliate.
prostitutes.
They want us to retaliate. They want to get. They, has to give
They
us-
want you
they
to
give them a reason
identify.
to shoot us right
Yeah,
now.
That's exactly what he's trying
Yeah.
to do. That's why he won't let me close
Trust
my
me, they
door.
wouldn't want to waste the ammo
They're
on
holding
you.
us hostage as well.
Get your butt in that
Yeah,
seat
so
with your
this is
seatbelt on.
They wanted to take you out, they'd hand you a
It's
jump
like
rope.
1 point something
Any
million.
kind of detain is an unlawful arrest.
It's $28,000 per 25 minutes, according to the Supreme Court. So you're sitting here wasting our time. And your own money.
To get food that we can't even get because we're being
And you're making a big scene in front of the place where we were trying to come get food at.
Give them your
embarrassing.
license and go get your food.
Does that feel good, Cheney?
Are you meeting your stats? How's your quotas doing? Because you're a bad cop, you're probably getting promoted real quick, huh? Are you going to make chief or sheriff real quick? The more rights you conspire against, the more money you make for the county. It's all about revenue generation. We
Yeah.
know that.
And there's more than one of you guys here, so you definitely are
And this is a waste of
conspiring to
tax
deprive
dollars.
us
You
of
got
rights.
3 vehicles running.
Yes, you're wasting lots of
gas.
tax dollars.
You've got all these people here, at least $40 an hour being wasted. For what? Little
Welcome
old
aboard,
me?
Joe Bobbitt.
A Mennonite? Born in Amish County. Coming to get food. This is absurd.
So who do you want us to identify as?
How about yourselves? As the corporation
Your
in all
subject?
caps,
'Cause we're not
of
that.
whatever you're.
We're not that. We don't work for you.
They don't work for you, homie.
And if you're going to claim that we're your subject, you need to show where we've been paid
And
to be
second
employed
off,
by
I'm
the
not
same
gonna sign
company.
to get booked. I'm not going to sign to get my picture or my prints taken. So that's all going to be conspiracy against my rights under the color of law. So then I'll
That's
be
a good
all
one,
in
Navy
72
Tex.
hours because you guys can't hold me more than 72 hours. I've already done this. For 12 years, I've been doing this.
And he's been doing
Woohoo!
it for
131.
He's been doing it
Thanks,
for
Rob.
20.
And you don't look like you've been on the force very long, to be honest with you. You got that smirk about you.
Yeah, you're not even sergeant yet. I got higher rank than you when I was in the Navy.
From what I can tell, he's had more time on the force than you've had employed, and
I'm
you've
sorry,
got
I
a
tried
good
to be
60
peaceful
years
at
on him.
first, but he won't let me close my door.
He's
Now I feel
depriving us
threatened.
of food and starving us, actually, is what you're doing right now, too. Because this place is about to close.
Yes, and I have a child in
I hate that for you.
And don't think that I won't serve you with the U.S. Marshals and sue this county.
Okay.
Sue the shit out of this
You
county.
should check
Let's-
my track.
let's see it.
Look up on Pacer. Have the county commissioner look me up on the Pacer ID and the U.S. District Court's login. I'll wait.
Your wife is going to be upset, too.
Yeah, because you guys hide all your assets
Unless you
in your
don't,
wife's
unless
names.
you're not that way.
I got the cops just
Yeah,
standing
you
there.
should put
Just
everything
keep
in
talking.
wife's
Keep
name.
talking. Maybe they'll wear themselves out. He's not acknowledging anything they're saying, but he's letting them talk.
Put that down right now.
Might I add, before, where's that envelope with the private papers, Shannon? Am I sitting on it?
Hang on, I'm trying to make sure I got him. I got this. What do you
Right
want?
there. Hand me that. Because I got the court order from Texas saying that no county in any of the 50 states can never have another custody case on my kids. And you need the case.
No
number,
court
'cause
in
it's a sealed
Texas
case.
can tell you that
Was that
another
before
state
they-
can
Because I already
investigate
know
the
that
custody of
lady's
your
waving at
kids.
my kid. I already see what they're trying to do. They're trying to make money off of a human traffic.
Yeah. That's the logical jump point there.
Something's going on. Okay, you need to stop.
You didn't miss much, Snowman.
Yeah, I have a problem. I don't wave at people's strange kids. I'd probably be arrested.
Yes. Jimmy from Arkansas needs to
I
come
don't
here.
wave at strange children that don't belong to me, ma'am. That's probably how people get accused of things that they might not have actually done.
That's
Here's
gold
the
and
case
silver
number.
only, Empire.
Montgomery County, Texas, you guys probably need.
Just will you stop? Like, can you just give them time to figure out what it is they
1-6.
want?
Oh my God, that was written on notebook paper. That is definitely an official document.
2016, March 2nd.
That officer needs to remind him. Unless there's a driver's license in any of that paperwork, I don't care to see it.
When I get back in finally? No?
What's the plan here? What's going
Why
on?
are you treating us like we're doing something that we're not supposed
Why
to
are
be
you
doing?
treating us like criminals
Because you're
when there's no
criminals.
crime committed? Can you
You can't
talk?
give us a reason that you pulled us
You can't even
over.
talk?
Stop.
Try to close the door again.
Why? What have I done? Because I want to be safe in
Do
my
you
vehicle?
understand? Yes or no? It's a yes or no question.
Well,
Thanks, Justin.
as
This is
far as
actually a
what it's
nice
looking
little
like right
sangria.
now is that we're going
Been
to
on a
handcuffs
wine kick for a
anyway, So
while.
you're not giving us much hope,
It's
you know?
doesn't bloat like beer and it's mellow and I can't
You're
handle
not
it with
giving
you.
us much hope. For being a hero, you're not acting like one. I'd love to call you a hero.
I like a nice
but
sipping
you're not
beverage
acting
once in a
like
while.
one. And you still didn't call your supervisor. He's on the way. Thank you.
Please leave my family alone.
Mariana, just calm down.
There they go, scolding the kid for repeating them again.
Can we step away from the
Oh, it's
vehicle
better
so
than
I
that.
can my
Maybe
calm
not
down?
Matchbox 20 Rob
You guys
Thomas.
step away as well.
He quoted an
With me?
Arkansas Supreme
Sit up
Court
there.
case saying that Nevada couldn't touch him. Or Nevada if
Hopefully
you're
he'll
from there.
choose to do the right thing, where you guys have not.
Yeah, if you go ahead and read that. Like, that's where we come from.
None of these papers are working. There's got to be a magic paper in here with the magic words to say, the incantation that makes them go away. I'll go through the rest of
God
them.
told me I'd die on the side of the road helping people. He ain't gonna kill me today.
Why isn't your sister answering?
Cause she don't care.
She knows.
What good is calling his sister going to do? Except to make the poor thing drive 4 hours to pick y'all up because y'all ain't leaving in that van.
Thank you for calling. See, you're very honorable. A lot of times they confuse me. Thank you.
I'm just trying to have a conversation with you.
You're not answering.
You're not telling us
I'm
what's
pretty
going
sure,
on, though. You're not really
Carson
doing very
City
good
is
at
not in
communicating.
Clark County.
Well, we
They
would
won't
like to
get
know
to
what's going
visit
on.
old Cholito.
I'd like your guys' names and dates of birth.
He's not
Ivan,
even calling us.
$2 super
You want
chat.
my ID?
You're the man. Thanks, brother.
I got an ID.
My
Thank
ID?
you very much.
I don't really have an ID, but I give you my name. Like, I have a
Not
Yours is
stretch that
right
out 'cause it
here in
cuts
our
off the
marriage
bottom of the
declaration,
text.
So
Okay.
you don't even have to worry about your ID. They know who you are already.
All right.
I feel threatened and under duress right now. That's the only reason why I'm handing this over.
He's demurring.
Under threat.
129. Welcome, everyone.
I'm not going to identify as your subject. That's for damn sure. I'm a child of God,
We all are.
not of the state.
And you are a human being
I don't
within the
worship you
borders of
guys,
the
I
United
worship
States
my
of
master,
America and the
and I'm a
state of
joyful
Nevada
servant.
and the city of Carson City. You are required to identify yourself to those
You let
people.
My wife and daughter leave. You can shoot.
Will you stop?
Well,
Why
then
would you even
please
say
let us
that?
peacefully leave.
We need more P. Barneses in the world.
We did nothing.
Yes, please.
Stop.
I thought she was referring to mine. I was going to correct her and tell her she had the incorrect key of me. I don't have a date of birth. I have a born on date. Like a Budweiser, you look at the bottom of the can, it says born on.
But what's your born on date, genius?
Yeah, isn't it weird that beer's born, but people are birthed? You know what the legal definition of birth is? The ship pulls into a port out in the Navy. It gets a birth certificate. It's a contractual.
Yeah, it's spelled different. Aren't you guys always talking about the spellings of the words are important and they
That
count?
was an F-18 mechanic. I hated being a weapon of war, but I served my country. I did what I had to do.
I've waited my entire life for the opportunity to look up a fat old man's nose.
It's crazy
What
that
made me learn
hate.
law?
You guys hate American values, though. I thought this country was about freedom and stuff, and it doesn't feel very free right now.
And you're making this child
Stop.
Hell yeah, Ivan, roll it in, brother.
Might I add that she just watched this 3 years ago while the state of Michigan kidnapped her sister?
Stop.
So
You don't mind giving me your name, do you?
injurious to my daughter.
Yeah. Been through hell and back.
Might I add that my sister has a domestic terrorism, or my wife has a domestic terrorism case against.
Oh, we
the state of
absolutely
Michigan
believe
because
that they're
they
domestic
conspired
terrorists.
and kidnapped her kid while they held her for contempt of court and then dismissed all charges. There was no charges to even hold her while they
Okay,
kidnapped her kid,
I
right?
just want to dissolve this so I can go in here and get the food that I came here for.
Yeah,
Or
otherwise
I'm
we just
gonna bill
wasted a
your
4-hour
police
trip.
department.
And I'm going to bill the police department for my 4-hour trip.
They
All my
closed
hours.
at
For my 4-hour
5.
trip to get my free food.
We don't have a
live in
place to stay
Gabs.
out
I
here.
live in Gabs, just so you know, and I don't have a place to stay. So I'm going to be
It's in
coming.
the middle of the
5 hours
state.
away.
It's like
It's in the
5
middle
hours
of the
away,
state.
past Hawthorne. We came
So
to
I'm gonna
Carson
be
because it's
billing
the
you
only
guys?
place to get food.
I caught that, Vince. She wants to dissolve it all.
Because I can't. I'm coming to get traveler's aid as soon as we're done too. Because now I got to get all the way back to Gabs because I'm not going to get food.
Traveler's
Right?
aid, so
You
you're
understand
driving
all
4
this
hours to
problem
beg
this
for
made me?
food, and then you're
Yeah,
going to
that's
beg
what
for
I'm
money
like,
to
Man,
put in your
and
gas
it's
tank.
hard. You know what I'm saying? And I pray for you guys. I worry about you guys.
If you're the
There's so many
disabled vet you
nutjobs.
claim you are,
And then you
you
guys got these
probably
sovereign
get
citizens to
a
worry
nice
about,
little
too.
disability
I mean?
pension check from them. You can buy some food.
I feel like the police officers are the sovereign citizens because they're the ones enforcing corporate financial foreign law. Your corporate law is foreign to me. I'm not a corporation. I don't know if you read this, but the Emergency War Powers Courts enforce the sovereign will of a de facto War Powers Congress while sitting in an enlarged concurrent court of equity in a modem-merged legal system operating.
Oh, look, a
upon
professional
legal
sounding
fiction.
document that I
Legal
don't
fiction is
understand
presumed
that
the
pertains
fact
nothing
that
to this
each
situation.
individual private American national citizen of the United States of America was in contract with and enfranchised by the state of his or her natural birth.
His skills at
Thereby
reading out loud, though,
authorizing
are a
his
lot
constitutional
better than the majority of
injury
sovcits.
to private
I
American
got to give him
national
credit for that.
citizenship into a public federal U.S. citizenship.
What
Upon the
does Ariel's
public
number start with?
filing
Ariana
of a
979?
one-sided contract, and with this change in status allows and obligates the Emergency War Powers Courts to dispose of his matter by federal or state in criminal or civil. Each court legitimately sits in a broad and modem consolidated court of simultaneous equity, implementing the statutes of an
Now tell him
emergency
about the
war
gold
powers
fringe
Congress.
flag.
Ariel.
That one-sided contract was public
Ariel, Jason, who is
documentation
this?
of a certificate of live birth.
Jason, get a hold of your mom. We're in
Particularly
Carson
designed
City at the
after
fish
the
food
Roman
pantry
Catholic
surrounded by
certificate
cops
of
that
baptism.
will not let me
So
shut
John
my
the
door
Baptist
or
was
go
killed
inside and get
because
food.
the Pope had a monopoly on baptism.
You need to call
Did
your
you know
mom
that?
right now.
Okay, wait. You know, I'm a little rusty on my Bible stories, but did he just say John the Baptist was killed because the Pope has a monopoly on baptisms? Did anybody else catch that? Is that what he said?
He wasn't
Pantry
registering
in
them with the
Carson
Pope
City
back
and
then,
tell her
so
to
that's
call
why
their
he was killed,
supervisor.
okay? So fast forward to today.
Please.
Right now, I'm not in your computer. I don't have a social security number, so I'm not a corporation. So I don't have a birth certificate. All I have is a.
If you violate our rights, you're taking that on you, man.
What I'm
The thing
trying to
is-
say is you're trying to force me to admit to being a corporate name that's not me. All right, but that's what they're trying to put.
The other officer was. She was trying to force him to identify as a subject.
He's trying to put this name. He's trying to put this name in the computer and say that I'm that name. That's not me. That's a corporation.
They did say they were live.
By the
Not
state
letters.
of Wisconsin, as you can see, and this CUSIP number down here at the bottom makes it a bond. Isn't it odd that it says American Banknote Company on here? Why?
Don't you have to have the corporate name all capital letters to start a YouTube channel?
I think it's
But how are they live?
trafficking. Sounds like human trafficking. I think
exactly
your
what it is.
corporation is defunct, as a matter of fact.
You know what personage is? It's been carried in death penalty in international law for
So
over
I'm not even.
200
Am I
years.
allowed to get out of my
Personage
vehicle?
is when I create a business in your name, and then you go to jail when our business does unlawful things. That's exactly what this game
Boy,
is.
Bob, that's a good
By
point.
bunch of
You
police
understand that,
officers in
right?
Carson City because they won't give us a reason why we're pulled over. They're
So
not
you
letting
guys
me shut my
should, because
door.
if you put my name in the
They're,
computer and you try to ticket me and
won't let
take me
us
to
go into the
jail,
food pantry
and I
that
get
we
in
just
court
drove
and I
5
say, "Where'd
hours
you
to
get
get
that
to?"
name?" and they say, "From this
And
paperwork,"
they're
it's all going to be
like,
thrown
they're
out
surrounded.
because this.
I think the
says
officers are waiting, like,
it's not
one of the guys on the
taken into a
department, it's his
foreign jurisdiction.
birthday, and they want to let him come and make the
Taken into a
arrest.
foreign jurisdiction. And if you
Trying to do
waited
something
it,
nice for him.
You failed to respond within the 90 days that I gave you when I served it to the Nevada Attorney General when I moved here 5 years ago. So you guys are already
We're at the
acquiesced.
fish food pantry in Carson
Huh?
You can
City.
give the
This
Attorney
first
General
cop
any
pulled us
papers
over
you
and
want.
called
That doesn't
back
make
up,
them
and they're
mean
surrounding my
anything.
van,
Huh?
and they will not let me get out. They will not.
Not
let
when
me
things
get
like this
out.
are happening.
They
I'll tell you what,
like got
Texas, the
forceful with
law
him,
enforcement
and they won't call their
is fluid on
supervisor,
this, and they're
and
very
we're
competent in it, and
pending.
they know that you are able to travel to church and to
Carson
market.
City.
See what I was talking about? How this is a long one, but there's not really anything I could have
You guys
cut.
need a lot of training.
We're with Trent.
And I would be willing to work with you guys on this training. If you guys need somebody to help you, I would volunteer my time
Yes.
so that you
Well,
guys I could save the life of another Mennonite or Amish
Thanks,
man
Vic.
or Hooterite. I would love to.
Again, we don't want to hurt anybody. We want the most
I
peace
know.
resolved out of this.
If
I
that's
know
the
that,
case,
and
then
that's why
why
I'm
you
saying
won't
I'd
even
like
give
to
us a reason
volunteer.
why you pulled
Quiet.
us over?
It's not him. It's a different cop.
I didn't pull you guys over.
Yeah, the first cop tagged out. He was tired of listening.
Yeah, I'd like
His
you to
face
tell
hurt
me
from
that.
holding
I'd
back
like
the
you to
laughter, so
volunteer to help you
he had to
guys
let the
train.
other guy take over.
I'm sure we really appreciate that. The more education, the more power, the makes us better officers.
Yeah, amen.
Can you please leave my family?
Wow, Bob, that
Yeah,
is the mother of all
Sheriff's Department.
compliments.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Van's definitely the best, though. There's no
Tough
catching him.
transition dealing with snow. Texas is hot. Nevada. lots of snow.
You know,
I
that's
like
real
this
nice
show.
that you chose to talk about the weather right now when you're trying to extort us and harass us and threaten us with bodily harm by carrying weapons.
They're just trying to ID you, Papaw.
What about my safety?
You're supposed to serve and protect. You're supposed to be protecting me. You're supposed to be guarding me from these guys trying to kill me.
How about they
So turn
protect
around,
everyone
put your
else
gun,
on the
protect
road
me,
that follows the
please.
law
Or
from
let us
your
go
obviously
and get one.
uninsured,
Let us go.
How about letting us go?
unroadworthy
Go
vehicle and have
protect
no
yourself somewhere else, 'cause
have
you
no
ain't
proof that
protecting
you're
me.
qualified to
He's
operate said
waving at
vehicle?
Well, maybe you could help affect the release of us because we're being detained unlawfully. Every stop is an arrest. There's no such thing as detention. There's no such thing as an
Leave my
investigative
family
detention. It's all an
alone.
arrest. Every time we're stopped, it's an arrest, and this happens to be an unlawful arrest.
Oh God, Vince, did the timer reset since I
So
did that?
every minute, every 25
Or does it
minutes,
only
is
count when she does it?
The
$28,000.
statute is defined in legislated rule of society, which has been given the force of law, but not law.
It's the color of law.
It's not law. It's a color of law. Just like
Gen
there's
X,
color
you're the
of
West
money
Virginia
in the
girl,
Bible,
right?
But it's not money.
Good to have you.
Money in the Bill of Rights is what? The only legal tender in these United States is what, Mr. Stone? It says gold and silver right in the Bill of Rights. You don't even know that? How come you're a cop, man? You guys don't even know the law.
They won't let us get out to go into the
You
food
understand what I'm
pantry.
saying?
Just
Like,
snatch
you
him
guys
up
spend more
already.
time in the law library.
10 minutes.
I pray that you guys let me volunteer and take you
Jan
guys
Wick,
to the law library.
$2. I couldn't be an officer either.
I really do, because you guys need it. They're making you guys spend so many hours in the range.
Said
but they ain't
Wick,
making
that
you
might
do it
be,
in the law
well,
library. And this is
like I
why
said, I don't have my
we're a police
glasses.
nation.
Love you,
This is
Jan.
why more cops
won't even let us shut
kill
my door.
citizens, you know, and people wonder
They-
why
and they
citizens
won't
turn
even
their
tell
guns
us
on
why we're
cops.
being pulled over.
But the problem is this, okay? I wrote an article for the Sovereign Voice, which is a Native American magazine.
We're
And
gonna
I-
read that.
itnj.org, International Tribunal for Natural Justice.
The
That's
one
where
guy
I
wouldn't take his
volunteer.
hand off.
Oh, he's a published author.
But,
For no reason.
what I wrote is I said that the problem with the American
I wrote an
law
article
and
for
law
a
enforcement
tabloid
is not with our
online
courts.
blog.
The problem is with the
That makes me
the
important.
stats
That makes it true.
and the promotions. The bad cop who brings in the most revenue and smashes windows and violates rights makes rank the most, right? You don't have to agree with me. I understand. They're going to punish you if you do. Okay, so don't say nothing.
Well, they're
But-
already trying to.
This guy's
You
delusion
stand
is
up and
off the
voice
charts.
against those quotas that you don't want to be a revenue generator and you don't want to be forced to do that to your fellow brother. Then they're going to punish you and put you on a beat guarding some homeless shelter. You see what I'm saying? Just like they do in the Navy to the people that complain about stuff.
You hear me?
So I pray for you, brother. And I really do feel that I understand the forces are pushing down on your shoulders. And I pray that they don't have to do this to your own family. Because that would really hurt my heart.
I appreciate your support.
Right.
So about that driver's
I
license.
really do. I mean, think about this as this was your family. You know, and you're here and forced to do this to your own
Yeah,
family.
we don't have the nice job. We don't have all the income. We're needing food. And you guys are preventing us from feeding ourselves.
And my daughter's crying.
I think you can miss a
Yeah,
meal or two,
come on,
I don't
Papa.
man.
understand why you guys.
I think you'll be
are
fine.
Doing this to us. Nobody's done anything wrong.
You can't even tell us what crime we committed.
It's just more tax dollars down the drain.
Stand over here. Why don't you step out and we'll go talk?
I don't wish to step out of where I have safety.
Okay.
You're scary.
Nevada statutes. Yeah, you're scary. Can you just step
Here
away
comes.
and let me talk to the supervisor?
I'm right here. You can talk.
Well, I'd like to just hand these to you and.
No, that's not yours here.
Okay, so the supervisor.
So
Don't hand me that. I don't care. I don't want it.
Constitution, any
Go ahead and hand
land recording filings.
Here's what's going to happen, sir. You're
He
going to go
looks
to
like
jail
he's about to
for
grab
driving
his
on
brother.
no registration.
Don't be silly,
no
Bob. He already
insurance,
ate the crayon.
no driver's license. We're going to pay you courtesy and leave the vehicle and not tow it. So your family.
I have a driver's license. I have insurance, and this is my vehicle or my automobile.
Present to a judge and see how that works out for you.
No, they're telling us that we have to pay
So hold on. So let me get this right.
No, I'm
I'm not
demanding
sure.
it.
You are going to jail.
Go ahead and step out.
Get it right. You are going to jail.
I don't want to yell.
Am I allowed to bring this paperwork with me so I'm allowed to show it to the judge, or is it going to go in my jail property and I'm not going to
Yeah,
have it?
please show that to the judge. Let me know. Let me know what he says.
Yeah, but then I won't be able to bring it to court, right?
I will talk to the jail, make sure you can take it to court.
Yeah.
Okay?
I don't trust.
I think you did, Sherry.
She said she wants you to produce.
That's
your
why they
driver's
came
license.
4 hours to go to a food bank because they ran out of
It's
crayons.
expired, but I have one. Oh. I'm never gonna get a driver's license again. I will never will. I have the right to
She has a
travel.
license, it's just expired. Will you
Yeah,
let
you'll
her
never
file
get a
it
driver's
out?
license again. You'll never be able to.
I don't believe in that.
I will let that happen.
Okay, they're going to let you.
I'm not
leave,
going
Sharon.
anywhere without you.
My name
I
was
would go
Gator and I
to
had a
the
daughter
police
I'd
station.
definitely
My
name her
wife's
Skeeter.
gonna bill your county commissioner for hiring a
That's
logger,
fine.
a husband, every
Why
job
would
that
you
I
take
have-
him to jail? I don't even understand
I haven't
that.
even
Like,
committed a crime. I don't understand why you're taking me to
Leave
jail.
my family alone.
I'm not
No.
going to willingly go to jail. You're going to have to do it by.
Kid says leave my family alone.
No,
Take a drink.
I really don't want to have to use
They're
my
gonna-
phone.
I'm not going to volunteer to go to jail.
Okay, well then we'll do what we need to do.
Dad, leave my
Then you're gonna have to tow the vehicle and things are gonna
What?
get worse. We're paying you a courtesy.
No, they're putting
I'm
him in
trying to
cuffs
not-
right now.
No, leave him
Stop! Ariana, he's fine. Everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah, no matter how many times I've seen this one, the 5 minutes or so after the dad goes to jail is the absolute best part of the video.
They're putting him in cuffs.
She might need it.
Yeah, they're sending another cop car.
I'm leaving everything out of my pockets.
All 74 cents.
I love you. I don't know what. This is just great.
I think that's where she got it, John. Welcome, beautiful miss.
How do I do? They took him to jail. No, they did. He's in the cop car.
Ivan, super chat. Your color of law. It's beautiful. Beautiful, brothers. Beautiful. Ivan keeps throwing money at me. I'm reading your chats, dude.
That's what I'm telling you.
Love you, Ivan Animal.
Fish.
Hopefully they don't make you do this to your own family.
I like how the grandpa's trying to tell everybody that the cop that bolted out of there with sirens on is the one taking their dad to jail. And then he walks out. He walks in the frame after they're trying to play that card.
What was his name? What's your name? Thank you.
Ma'am, do you have a driver's license, you said?
I have an expired driver's
Expired
license.
driver's license?
Go and get in your seatbelt
Let
right
my
now.
people
Okay, so here's the
go.
thing. No insurance on the vehicle,
There
no
is
registration.
insurance on the
Okay,
vehicle.
Just hang on and listen to me, okay? I really don't want to have to tell you.
Just because we didn't incriminate ourselves
I
doesn't mean
didn't.
that.
Okay,
You know
I'm
what I
not
mean?
saying that you incriminated yourself. I'm not trying to say that. Okay, I'm just going to tell you you can't.
Yeah, congrats on the new job,
We
Ivan.
don't drive.
Just
Save some of that for yourself, buddy.
They're saying I can't travel
Now,
out of here, Howard.
Can you show me
hang
where
on.
it says that in the law?
Hang
Because
on.
I don't
Hang on
believe
and
you.
listen.
I don't believe any of your codes even apply to me
Okay.
because I don't work for you.
So,
I'm not a citizen of
Drive
your.
the vehicle and it's going to get towed. All right.
We're just giving you the facts. You can have your view.
So
and
they're
I
saying
respect
that.
Okay,
I
so
leave the
are-
We have a law to uphold in this county, and that's what we're
I'm
doing.
telling you right
It's
now,
not a
I didn't
debate.
want to. I did not
You
want
guys
to tow the
can
car and
debate
leave you
that
guys
with
stranded.
the
It
You
was
took
kids.
the father, man.
Okay.
Why
We're
would
gonna
you
have
choose
bail.
to do that?
So what I'm saying is,
How?
if the
What are we
vehicle
looking at
drives
though?
again-
My bad,
How long
Justin.
until we could get him out?
You can go get him out
Have a
right
good
now,
one.
as long
Thanks
as you
for
have money to
tuning
bail
in.
him out.
Why did you take him then?
Because you broke the law.
You're trying to extort us.
I'm not trying to extort
Yeah,
anybody.
because you just said something
Okay,
about bail and
I'm
paying.
not going to debate anything with you. I'm telling you
Yeah,
right now,
because-
if the vehicle drives, it's going to get towed,
You
okay?
couldn't ever win a debate.
What
That's
I'm
why.
absolutely, you're correct.
Yeah.
It's a battle of wits and I'm coming in armed.
Well,
I
come on,
understand,
man.
Okay.
Why you gotta steal their dad?
Okay. So do you want to listen to me or do you just
You
want to
you
get
ex-
your car
you
towed?
you,
Have
you
a
want
nice
to
one.
commit a
Drive.
felony?
I love that officer. You want to
What?
listen to me or do you want to spout your nonsense? Okay, well, you're responsible for
I don't
hearing the
drive.
stuff that you wouldn't let me say. Bye.
What in the royal
saying
fuck?
that I can't leave the parking lot.
Sorry about the F-bomb, friends. I try to
In
keep
my
them off of
van.
here.
No, I'm not.
Hey, how do we go? And where do we? We don't live here, man.
Incognito. Welcome to the Traveling Vessel Captains. New member.
They said that I'm not allowed.
Love you
They
guys. I
said
wish I
that
could do more
if
for the
I pull
members.
out of here,
I'll
I'm going
have to
jail for
figure
traveling
more out
without
on that.
license, and my car will be impounded.
Hey, sorry to impose, but I'm feeling that whole situation. Did they just take him to jail for no reason?
Yeah,
for
for
no
nothing.
reason.
For
Okay,
nothing.
I have it on camera.
No, they had
I'm
reasons.
live right now.
They just kept
too,
saying
so-
there's no reason.
Make sure to get some on.
Right on. Yeah, I'll give you one of my cards, man.
Yeah, I was watching that. He was calling out the Constitution.
Holy Lord, Gen
Yeah, you
X.
can tell him.
Yeah, see.
Wow.
My website.
Thank you
right
so
here,
much.
freedomfromgovernment.org.
West Virginia girl. They're the best.
Me through there. My phone number's on the top of every page. So
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get that and put on the.
They
internet
left
right
and
now.
said if I leave here in my van, I'm going to jail. Yes,
I want my dad.
Jen, you really shouldn't have.
Yeah, okay.
driving without a license.
Maybe they did it in front of the kids.
yeah.
Right.
No, he left his keys and the 74 cents in his pocket
Yeah.
for the rest of them.
I don't know what we're supposed to do.
He probably should have figured that out before he left the house.
You gotta charge that phone. It's gonna be fine. Pull that down so that.
Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna learn about.
If you were a
this
Navy man, I
stuff
guarantee your
with
ears aren't that
people.
emergent.
It just really sucks that
Thanks, John.
It's not like they can keep him there.
that they abducted someone. You know, we're not into kidnapping. Why are they?
They abducted him. You should call the police.
I'm stuck here. They told me that if
Yeah, we're
if
gonna
I
get
leave here,
them.
they're gonna impound my van.
Yeah, Victoria. They drove 4 hours to go to a food pantry. Because that amount of money for gas, even during the pandemic, which is when this happened, 4 hours worth of gas is a lot cheaper than the local Walmart. Or the Dollar General, because they're everywhere.
All right. I don't even know what to do right now.
Thanks, Adrienne.
He's been kidnapped, and we're held hostage.
Adrienne or
She
Adrian?
said that we could go bail
Again,
him out
glasses.
right now, but
Sorry.
like, why steal him then? You know, why kidnap him if we can go pay money to get him out? Then why? How do we even get there? You know what I mean? Like, he's telling us options that aren't even feasible.
They did abduct the guy, and they're looking
How
for
do we
ransom
bail him out?
Oh, you
to
can
bail
go
him
bail
out.
him out
Just
right
go
now.
bail him out.
And then they said, yeah, and then they said, but you can't leave.
I'm sorry. Look at the disgustingness that vent is blowing out for them to breathe.
Yeah, he got arrested.
For what?
Nothing. They didn't even tell us why.
I love this bystander.
Because you didn't have it.
Yeah, because we don't travel.
I'll try to shut up so we can listen to him, because he's great.
My
No,
father.
you'd actually, technically, you don't have to.
Well, yeah, if you live on one side of the law and you're.
We're not breaking the law. You have the right to travel. Everybody in this world has the right to travel.
Well, I know, sweetie, but it has to be tagged from one state or another.
Well, my
Good point,
husband's
Vince.
Amish, and he's never had a driver's license. He's
Really?
never had
Nobody
a
I
tag.
know that's Amish has a tag on their
Are
car.
you guys Amish?
I am. That's my
Yeah.
husband.
Thanks, Chrissy.
We just came here to get some food, and now we
With
can't.
the $2
they told us
super
we
chat.
can't even go nowhere.
My bus is built by Amish people
Yeah, right on.
in Indiana.
So what are
Yeah.
we supposed to do? They said they can't leave here. Like,
10
I've
supers
never
on
had
this stream. Hell
happen
yeah.
before where-
Well, you can leave. You can't make a stay here.
Sorry, Mark. Somebody just came up to
He
the window.
promised us,
No,
though,
it's
that
not
he
a
was
cop.
going to
It's
arrest us.
Just a guy.
If what?
Oh, God. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hate to waste some good Pinot.
Just leave it here, man, just because it's not registered, bro.
Cheers, Justin.
And
Mine
also,
hasn't
if
come out my
it's a
nose yet.
vehicle, if it's a gasoline operated vehicle on the road under or above 50 cc's.
How do you know that?
Not only that,
It's
but
just
they
the law.
said that
It's
I
always
can't
been, bro.
travel out
The
of
law-
here
like
unless
the
I
law
have
of gravity?
insurance, which I did.
Because the law of
and your
gravity isn't
sister
written down
bought
anywhere.
No,
I have driven 3.5
all
hours
the
for a
time,
White
but it's
Castle
not written
before
down.
because we don't have them
go
here.
through
But
certain
now that they're in
channels,
every
and
grocery store, I
channels
don't
you would
bother.
have to go through to not register a regular passenger car. I mean, it's like you're talking about tens of thousands of dollars to lawyers versus $200
not what
to
he
register.
just
We don't believe in lawyers either.
Yeah, but
I
he
don't
told
either,
me
man. I believe they should also swing in some light poles with the
Yeah,
judges.
yeah. See, so I can't like go against my creator. You know what I mean? Because God didn't say that we had to have a driver's license. You know what I mean?
I think that's in the book of Galatians. Thou shalt have driver's license. Maybe thou shalt not have driver's license. I know it says in the Bible that you absolutely are not supposed to follow the law of the land. Definitely says that.
Yeah. I mean, I could see where he's trying to.
Yeah, see where I'm coming from? But then they come
Yeah, I
with the
don't know.
state thing and they try to get everybody to worship the state. That means you got to have numbers on your. They're going to try to make us have numbers in our vaccines and shit, man.
To find out where your dad's going.
Yeah, because.
I ain't gonna do all that.
We definitely need a
look, they got
Popeyes,
me wearing a
Jim.
mask.
They ain't sticking no COVID shit in me. That's
Yeah, me neither.
They don't
But
got me wearing it when
what's
I
it gonna
can't
come
breathe.
down
I
to
pull
though?
it down, man. I'm not gonna
Calm
sit there and
down, it's
struggle
fine.
for oxygen and try to fucking get a heart attack or a coronary
You
because
want
I'm not
to
getting enough
help you.
oxygen. So fuck them.
Yeah, it said I couldn't even go into Winco if I was having labored breathing, or shortness of breath, and that's what this thing does to
Where are
me.
you guys
Go in the
from?
back. I can't
We live
do
in
this right now.
Gabs.
Gabs, where is that? Nevada?
Yeah, yeah, it's like 80 miles past
Just
Fallon.
watch him go in
Oh, okay.
handcuffs, dude.
No, I love the taste of White Castle, but they call them sliders for a reason.
Like last year and a half, I just came down here on a whim.
I made it
wanna
about
try to
300
get down,
yards
dog.
before I had to
There's a
pull in
place
somewhere.
called Gardnerville.
Yeah, it's right over there, huh?
Yeah, and they got some really nice dogs there that I wanted to look at. So, my thing is, I don't travel with the phone. I travel without a phone. So,
I come to see a man about a dog and just happen to stumble upon you people.
For a little while.
Give us a ride.
Yeah, I'll feed you if you need to, bro. If you need
Right on,
food,
right on.
come
Thank you.
over.
I knew coming to town on the bed. I did. But no one listened. And this happened.
Yeah, so I can't help but wonder if they're still sitting there 4 years later, just contemplating and stewing in their van, not knowing where to go or what to do or how they're going to get home or how Uncle Daddy's going to get out of jail. Oh, man. I appreciate everybody coming through, members, super chatters, everybody that tuned in. Like I said, I tried to keep up with the chat a little bit, but I don't have my glasses, so I probably butchered everything that I tried to shout out. Thanks for tuning in, guys. It's been awesome, and we're gonna do this again sometime. I have no idea when. My schedule is completely random, so I'll try to do it with a couple days notice like I did this one. But be sure and like, subscribe if you haven't. Check out the other videos, and hopefully I'll have one out tomorrow. Appreciate you.